discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right? Na yendi din komo na saa session bi a mateno din wachiku ho no eho mebusa won sama wani nna so se mebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire se wachiku ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base na yendi dwumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. ASHANTI Prime TV. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha na nokware no wo depo show me no mienu nkomodi bidasi ASHANTI Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magi medwa ye duru ha se tu dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kore atie ana wo pa asem papa a wo ASHANTI mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe ASHANTI Prime TV ho ne no kore no ewo me see ASHANTI Prime TV so pese o tie news pa ana wo pe be bia asem a ye ka no unko busu obi na pe no kore wo mu a hwe ASHANTI Prime TV no kure no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for Medina Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching ASHANTI Prime TV. ASHANTI Prime TV there aha ena no kure eno.
ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kure eno. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kure eno. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kure eno.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem enkwankwan ni ase yedem ene empo yesukum saa nkomodi we ne yede ba TV so na yaba bedi nkomo twhwe we eni direction bia eye nkomo na yedi asem ana yeka ye ekoso ewo abrabom ebeka politics kakra ebeka religion kakra ebeka entertainment kakra ene de akanyina e wose ye sa wo yanyumtuni sa wo talent bia ye be from na yetumi ene wadi nkomo ne so ede aka ho dwumadie ya mi bo ho dawru akyerewe the pod show. The pod show a social discussion ya ba behwe ne ya tackle societal problems, challenges nipa ewo masitinem. Pod show is a public discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right? Na yendi din komo na saa session bi a mateno din wachiku ho no eho mebusa won sama wani nna so se mebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire se wachiku ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base na ndi dwumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. ASHANTI Prime TV. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha na nokware no wo depo show me no mienu nkomodi bidasi ASHANTI Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magi medwa ye duru ha se tu dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kore atie ana wo pa asem papa a wo ASHANTI mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe ASHANTI Prime TV ho ne no kore no ewo me see ASHANTI Prime TV so pese o tie news pa ana wo pe be bia asem a ye ka no unko busu obi na pe no kore wo mu a hwe ASHANTI Prime TV no kure no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for Medina Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching ASHANTI Prime TV. ASHANTI Prime TV there aha ena no kure eno.
ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kure eno. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kare no. ASHANTI Prime TV. Aha ena no kare no.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem enkwankwan ni ase yedem ene empo yesukum saa nkomodi we ne yede ba TV so na yaba bedi nkomo twhwe we eni direction bia eye nkomo na yedi asem ana yeka ye ekoso ewo abrabom ebeka politics kakra ebeka religion kakra ebeka entertainment kakra ene de akanyina e wose ye sa wo yanyumtuni sa wo talent bia ye be from na yetumi ene wadi nkomo ne so ede aka ho dwumadie ya mi bo ho dawru akyerewe the pod show. The Pod Show a social discussion. Ya tackle societal problems, challenges. Nipa ewo masitinem. Pod Show is a public discussion space for social challenges. A platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right. Na yendi eni din komo na saa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no. Eho bebusa won sama wani na so say bebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire say wachigu ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base na ndi djumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. our Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na nakware no wo. The Pod Show me no mi enu nkomodi. Bedasi.
Ashanti Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magimedwa ye duru ha se tu dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kora atie ana wo pa sem papa a wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe Ashanti Prime TV ho ne no kora no ewo me see Ashanti Prime TV so pe o tie ni super ana wo pe be bia asem ma ye ka unkobusu obi na pe no kora wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kura no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for meeting the Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV there. Aha and anokre and all.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem enkwankwan ni ase ye dem ene empo yesukum saa nkomodi we ne yede ba TV so na ya ba bedi nkomo twuso we eni direction bia eye nkomo na yedi asem ana ye ka ye ekoso ewo abrabom ebe kan politics kakra ebe kan religion kakra ebe kan entertainment kakra ene de akanyina e wose ye so ye nyumtuni so wo talent bia ye be from na yetumi ene wadi nkomo ne so e de aka ho dwumadie ye ami bo ho da ru akyerewe e the Pod Show. The Pod Show a social discussion ye ba behwe ne ya tackle societal problems, challenges nipa ewo masitinem. Pod Show is a public discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right. Na yendi eni din komo na saa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no eho bebusa won sama wani na so say bebusa eho ana be expose eho ana be kire say wachigu ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base na ndi djumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. our Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na nakware no wo. The Pod Show me no mi enu nkomodi. Bedasi.
Ashanti Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magimedwa ye duru ha se tu dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kora atie ana wo pa sem papa a wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe Ashanti Prime TV ho ne no kora no ewo me see Ashanti Prime TV so pe o tie ni super ana wo pe be bia asem ma ye ka no unkobusu obi na pe no kora wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kura no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for meeting the Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV there. Aha and anokre and all.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all.
share memo bibiara han mama kwaba kese ediaba Ashanti Prime TV so emra son sense ma mensa kan wo man Ghana ne ama hodro so ne edika editi asemufu asone so no akuchi de agu krata so edi ama me no me de ba beso mo se Prime Maria Premotobre Kaseɛ ensema me de ba beso me drawson ye ne edimakuti ne bi enie Ghana man penye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edin sembi ato abontene sanso na Ghana man penye dada na nado danko Akufo-Addo akasa Ayo Munyamfo Frima or say opare enso de nsem bi ato abontene nsem we ne nsem awdo pie kanam de ba besomo e was medri asante mi amaje penedi awia Kaseɛbɔ beso medi amejeso and Miss Nafsat mi twa me ho aba Jebre na memfa Kaseɛbɔ ni nchimu ensom Ghana man penyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene wakasa edi atu eye wiase amanama ahodo empanimfo nyina anim sɛ yade ahokyere no ɛwɔ baabi a nyɛ ɔman Ghana nko ana sɛ nyɛ bibre mu nko a ahokyere no ɛwɔ baabi a na nso yɛhwɛ yɛkyi yɛ mmerɛ bi atwam sɛ de COVID-19 ba ne nyina yɛgyina yɛ nan so ɛhwɛ etu COVID-19 ase na wɔbɛsrɛ sɛ mpanimfo nyina nsan nso enyina enya baako no ntumi ntu ɛyɛ ahokyere agye amanaman binum aboso no nhwe no ntu ase sɛ de otu COVID-19 ase no.
And this is why Africa must be responsible for its destiny. Today we face a different pandemic, the pandemic of unfulfilled potential. Millions of young people have no jobs, health systems that collapse at the first crisis, economies that extract our resources but build nothing long-lasting. If we could mobilize the world to fight a disease, why can't we mobilize to fight poverty, to fight dependency, to fight the systems that keep brilliant young Africans locked out of the future? In Ghana, we're proving something important, that execution beats excuses. We're cutting government spending and have reduced the size of government to a record low of 58 ministers, including deputy ministers and regional ministers. We're digitizing services to end corruption. We're training young people for the jobs of tomorrow. We have renegotiated our debt so we can invest in our people and not just service loans. This is a resetting Ghana agenda, and it's working because we stopped talking about the transformation and we started building that transformation. Now imagine this same approach across Africa and the entire global south. The multilateral order and rules-based system may be under threat, but we can forge a new coalition of the willing based on a shared vision and mutual respect for each other. What if we pooled our negotiating power on critical minerals so we capture value and not just extract raw ore? What if we exercise more sovereignty over our natural resources to create prosperity for our own people? What if we build regional manufacturing hubs that create millions of jobs for our young people? What if we produce our own vaccines and our own medicines with our own technology? My fellow leaders, let me speak plainly. In this fast-changing world, we're entering an era where countries must compete, innovate, and build or be left behind. Our young people are watching, they're brilliant, they're hungry, and they're running out of patience. So here's what we must focus on. First, we must invest in skills, not just education, but skills that match real jobs in the real economy. Digital skills, green energy skills, manufacturing skills. We need a generation of young Africans who can build and not just consume. Second, we must build together. No African country can industrialize alone by itself. We must create regional prosperity platforms, manufacturing zones, energy grids, and digital infrastructure that gives our business
businesses skill and our workers opportunity. Third, we must negotiate as one. When we bargain separately, we're weak. When we negotiate together on minerals, trade, and climate finance, we can be formidable. Unity should not be just a slogan, it must be our strategy. Fourth, we must produce at home, from vaccines to semiconductors to solar panels. If we don't make it, we'll always be dependent on someone who does. Industrial policy isn't old-fashioned, it is what will make us survive. And fifth, and most importantly, we must hold ourselves accountable to our people. We cannot ask the world to invest in us if we tolerate corruption, waste, and systems that...
I am many day, dear, and mean now watch an MPP Manuku, and dear Siwonum, so better be penny be craft franca, a diama Manuku, and Andrada, and I'm penny for Shamodo on San Echo share, ya assume J. Appamas, and a Jumedian, say, and a Ghana man penny that and another Danko Kufu Adrecasa, Edgar Twabontis, MPP Manuku, a assume J. Eku into your best ray. A unipenuma where you won a name was war pray a year frank a craft Rudy Breno, and you say, and found honey about when a wee yeno, near Beba Bontin resource a bebo munana and camum, and your back was said a bay 2028 NPP or Manukuno, with me a fan into my paddy fra.
Pact is therefore not a mere ceremony. It is a solemn covenant, a commitment that ambition will not override fraternity, that competition will not descend into hostility, and that once the ballot has spoken, the party will move forward as one. To the aspirants gathered here today, your conduct will shape the moral tone of the MPP and the future of our country. Your supporters, the grassroots, and the youth of this party are watching you. History will judge not only who wins, but also how all of you conduct yourselves. Let me be clear. The MPP is bigger than any individual. No ambition, grievance, or faction is greater than the elephant. Leadership contests must never weaken the collective cause. Unity is not optional. Unity is not a slogan. Unity is a strategic necessity for victory. So I charge all of you, this peace pact must not only be signed, it must be lived. Over the remaining days, let your campaigns be firm but fair, competitive but respectful. Ours is a tradition that rejects fear, insults, intimidation, and bitterness. After the primaries, there must be one party, one direction, one destiny. Let me end with confidence on a positive note. I have no doubt that the new patriotic party remains the best vehicle with the best ideas for Ghana's future. Our duty is to keep that vehicle united, disciplined, and worthy of the trust of the Ghanaian people.
Now, a sansam chronemu and winumunyam for frema or say or parry, and so a casa ediator bontin say, yeah, 2024, a year about to NDC, a manuku ne din kunima. MPP Amanyuku ne di nchoni na eye ya odie bia na wo eye NPP Amanyuku na de hie no munti wontumi ansane won ho anye campaign papa bia ne nam so mendi sam MPP Amanyuku no edi nchonti obesere won se abato we nsu eda yanim eye afi 2028 no ya odie bia wo obi akoma mu bi obi a enyimfim no munye na nkabom se baako eno no beboa ma MPP Amanyuku na timi afa ne ntoma pefra afi 2028
of the party's conflict resolution committee. From 2010 to 2020, it became clear that our electoral losses, both in parliamentary and presidential elections, can be largely linked to the many internal conflicts within the party and our inability to heal faster. We are unable to forgive ourselves reconcile and move on after our internal elections. This peace pact is not only for aspirants and delegates, but also for all of us as MPP members and sympathizers. Therefore, the need for all aspirants to educate and encourage their supporters to see this important election as a time-tested tradition of our party.
Factionalism may energize internal contests, but it weakens the party's capacity to win national election and to govern effectively. And I was saddened hearing that the respected Professor Premotobre saying publicly that he did not vote in 2024 elections. This is what division can do to us. It's unfortunate. The internal division heralding the 31st January contest are not confined within the walls of this party. They spill over into the nation's governance. A fractured MPP does not only risk losing another election, it weakens Parliament's ability, especially the mighty minority's ability, to stand as a bulwark against excesses, impunity, and bad governance. When leading figures are at war with each other, when energies are spent on intra-party skirmishes instead of national oversight, the NDC government and the majority in Parliament are given a free pass.
Onimonya for ye Joseph for say usu e opinion wada NPP Elections Committee anunene wakasa e de ato abontene so besere won say eye meminde di animu na watu abato a omode eba behihye so no besere say abato na wie na ede ya ekoro ene bedi nkunim obesere say ni po bedi nkunim no munyina ennan aka ni nyina form support emanipa no no munyina enjina ba ko na nkoye say eye 2024 ede enu nipa ba ko edi nkunim wie no na ekame say party ni mu achecheche bebre obesere so munyina enkamum no so so munyina ekaboma eye afi 2028 ombetumi ni NDC ena afi nso amanyoku ahodo na aka no de esi ani yie pa.
Pact is to get the contestants to affirm that the process has so far been transparent, inclusive, and fair. That we want them to commit to accept the results and want them to commit to support whoever wins out of the 5 members of the team of saints. We believe that this will allow or enable members of the party to build the sufficient confidence we need to be able to freely campaign and vote for who they choose.
I pray and I plead with my contesting younger brothers. Achia Nsumuye. And for that matter, we must have faith in you. In the name of Dankwa, Dombo, Busia, Bechebilampi, Ametowobla, and the faithfuls departed, please do something honorable for the new patriotic party and our tradition.
Elections, by their very nature, are some emotional events. We are all human, and it is natural that passions may run high, especially after the declaration of the results. However, we must all accept a fundamental truth. At the end of the process, there will be only one winner. The peace, stability, cohesion of our party will largely depend on how we, especially the candidates, conduct themselves after the primaries.
Fellow patriots, a party that cannot manage victory with humility or defeat with dignity cannot expect to win the confidence of the Ghanaian people. As we are reminded, a house divided against itself cannot stand. In such a house is certainly not attractive to the electorate. Ghanaians are watching not only what we say, but also how we behave. I know the campaign has generated some heat among aspirants and supporters. I believe I'm qualified to say that we have seen it all before. Do not be discouraged by the excesses. The thirst for power and the unity required to win power must combine to motivate us to choose fraternity over factionalism once the primaries are over.
Ɔman Ghana posisi ahene yɛ onumunyamfo Christian Tete Yohoni nene wakasa ɛde ato abɔntene sɛ ɛyɛ NPP amanyuku abato ɛda yɛ nim ɛyɛ 31st January 2026 yɛ ade a polling station bia no ɔmode aposi 470 ɛyɛ aduoson ɛna ɛbɛkɔ hɔnom nanso yɛ nyinaa Ghana ha sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ nim sɛ yɛ ade abɔko ɛwɔ atifi do mantam ne hɔ enjo sɛ nto ase bɔko deɛ yɛ ade asrafoɔ na ɔbɛhwɛ ɛde ɔmo akɔ hɔnom.
We have been able to identify all the areas where the elections will take place. We have 276 plus 1 polling centers. We have been able to make our operational plans. We have met all our regional commanders who are responsible for these areas where these elections will take place. We have gone over all the preparations over and over and ready to go to the field. In the section of Boku, that is the area that we may need the support of the military. And so we have written to the Interior Minister to inform the Minister of Defense so that we have military support in Boku. All other areas countrywide, the military will be on standby. We are assuring you that at least 70 is the least number of a police number that will be at each police station. We will not entertain any parasecurity at the police station. We have heard a lot. Social media and others. And sometimes some of the leaders of the party have forwarded some voices to me to let me know that some group of individuals are planning to deploy macho men. Please, we are cautioning that the police are more macho than the macho men you deploy. And that when it comes to the stage, that these macho men will not take advice from the caution that is given them.
Also, after we share ahenie and afensu kron ketua mpuntu nsem so yɛ onimonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim nene wakasa edi atobonten se enkane se enkana na matena nkonya omukwa asetena na nkomukodi asem yesika aban edemo omo 30,000 Ghana cedis na yade ne yaban edi entumu aba odi sika no akọ 50,000 Ghana cedis.
Of members of the House to work assiduously to dispose of pending cases before the House. There has been several petitions to your office by parties, litigants, complaining about the delay in hearing of their cases, to the extent that some have accused the House of deliberately delaying the hearing of cases for our parochial interests. But I can confidently say that funds allocated quarterly for sittings can only organize a maximum of 5 days sitting. Another area of concern to the House is the research aspect of chieftaincy. That place being on the back burner, Honorable Minister, the House will be extremely grateful if resource will be allocated to the House to enable us to settle those numerous cases before it, and also conduct research into lines of succession to stools in the region to curb future disputes. We also look forward to the construction of our new office building, and we invite our Honorable Minister to help us to bring the project to fruition. To the staff of the House, your dedication is invaluable. Together, let's make 2026 a year of excellence, progress, unity, and justice for our region.
The Greater Accra Regional House of Chiefs occupies a uniquely strategic position within the Ghana's governance architecture. As custodians of our tradition, culture, and customary laws, we play a vital role not only in preserving our heritage, but also in maintaining peace, resolving disputes, and promoting social cohesion and highly diverse and rapidly growing region. Indeed, the work of the House is central to stability in Greater Accra, particularly given the region's complex social dynamics and its importance in national political and economic life. I'm aware that the House continues to discharge its constitutional mandate under challenging circumstances, as has been said by the King President. Concerns have also been raised or brought to my attention regarding the inadequate financial allocation for the effective adjudication of chieftaincy disputes, which inevitably affect the timely delivery of justice. And to resolve this, the President, being a listening President, has listened to your prayers. In this matter, I have taken steps to resolve this. The President has taken steps to have the quarterly allocation for the adjudication of cases increased from 30,000 per quarter to 50,000 Ghana cedis per quarter. Effective 1st April, the amount for the adjudication of cases will be increased.
Additional environment to Kaseɛbɔ and Farmer Executive Director at the Center for Environmental Air Management and Sustainable Energy Ayon Munyam for Ben. In Siane Wakasa at the Atwabonten Sobestre, a Ghana Electricity Company say, Nancy Maya Mamfo Complini, Efadum Son Hododo, a Ghana Fanambe Mudum Kania dodin Sobestre, Senko Pesudum Kania, Homo de Roma Ghana Dishibinum and City 2, and ne one hour you coastal, Odi coastal Jumediana Fins, 1 hour to Medriania, or Denia Mabibri, a good fridge, Mesa Ne say Umujumedian Sobestre, Senko Pesudum Kania, Wagana Fanambe, and Como de Ru, a TV so and I say radio Senagana this year binum ente.
That Abribia obe my outage and as my end users no power outage, you know, say air plan and there should be a communication back in this plan. But in recent time I think who say there are some localized challenges some communities facing, and these localized challenges no the ECG nor the PRC communicates to us. I think it's not the best. There is a major challenger. It is good that government be communicating and say these are the challenges we are facing and these are the reasons why EMA outages, so that consumers will be able to prepare. And yes, sir, one year is a new say, 1 year is a new say because what prepares a word now won't information be able to answer your doom light. But it lessens productivity, and I think that is not the best. The Minister of Energy must be very proactive in communicating to us what the challenges are. So my Ghana ni krano be wow say unim the challenge Ghana ni be source wana so be wow am what to resolve these challenges once and for all. But so what my abribiano, it creates a bit of chaos, it creates less productivity, and also creates some burden on your end users. IOFIA ye di enu go free mu.
Enkamante musuafo yi onmunyam for Linda Obenewa eye Akwele Okulo. Nene wakasa eri ato abontini so kopie mu ewo enkran pumpuni montem a eye Circle Madina Market, La Paz Market, ena afensu eye market akasie binum ewo enkran pumpuni montem no. Obesre se February bisum yedi enmiane de edi kan eye 1st February mo di cleaner pesticides kasie pe bekoso ewodwa akasie ewo enkran pumpuni montem to obesre eye adwadifo nso munsu di omudwuma ewo honom sa ade hye ne ba so ba be yensiesi a wonte ase no ma ho kwan no munye dwumadi ne kama na honom enyefe.
You asked whether how sustainable this program or project is going to look like. We were a little bit relaxed because of the Xmas festivity. Now Christmas is over. In fact, the reasons why we were relaxed is because, you know, traders, some went for loans to buy their staff so that they'll be able to sell and get some profit to take care of the house. And so that is why we were a little bit slow on them. But this time around, Christmas is over, and I believe whatever they bought has been sold. And so this time around, like Mayor said, we are not going to use any human face. We'll make sure that they strictly adhere to the red lines, that's all. Oh, in fact, yes, there are specific areas. We'll be going to Kole Klote, Ayawaso Central, Tudu, Ablekuma Central, in fact, cut across, not only for AME. Kole Klote is part, and other districts is also part. So it's not going to be limited only to AME. It's very important, my dear. In fact, Accra looks as if it has been neglected. In fact, the initial thing, when you come to Greater Accra, you see that this is the center of governance. And when you come, in fact, people, why do we have a lot of foreigners here? It's because their country is so beautiful. Nowadays, we've been relaxed, and in fact, they are destroying and looks as if Greater Accra has been neglected. And so we want to bring back its beauty.
Not everybody will have money to rent a shop. That is why, in the wisdom of me and my colleagues and the regional minister, we decided to have a red line for them to move back the line and sell. But this red line this time, I'm going to really enforce the law. If you don't move back to the red line to sell, we will take you on. Not taking you on to just pick up your things. We will seize their things and make sure we take you to the courts. And you pay fine. If you cannot pay fine, they will remind you for some time. We beg them. They should all listen to what we are saying. This is the first time that we are having a decongestion that we...
Yefro my Ghana ni akobi man so akofa nsem ewo honom de asomade hye yenhyase ewo Nigeria manum ukopiem ewo Nigeria wona ewo northern part of the Nigeria nei omakasa e de ato abonti no ha onyina ne say ade ekompans ye kase komai kom ekuma de hye ewo honom yie pa isanse sika ho ayeden ewo hunti obesere no wahia mo akakra de afrim panimfo ho.
Program announced on Thursday that it will be forced to cut assistance this month to just 72,000 individuals, down from 1.3 million last year, unless immediate new funding is secured. This comes amid surging violence and hunger. Recent attacks have displaced 3.5 million people, destroyed food stocks, and prevented farmers from working their land. The crisis is part of a broader catastrophe. A record 35 million Nigerians are projected to face severe hunger this year, the highest number ever recorded in the country. The situation has been worsened by a massive reduction in UN food assistance following cuts to US aid funding.
Yento aso ewo Sudan ukopiem ewo honom ne adehye ewo honom enso akasa pa wonse mo kanyina ne say ko mfie miensa nie na menteme ho ase ema ne homne so ewo Sudan na nam so ame na adehye ewo honom se obenya sika to aduane kra no ade ho akwa atwi aduane ne mpo no ukonya bi wo hene no wakopesika de akwa akoto niema emu ayedin yie pa de amom ntom besere say UN mpanimfo nhwe no ntu anam obi na obia Intimi fana kodie engu fom ewo Sudan sanse yade omo ho akiri omo pa.
Of hostilities as the conflict nears its third year. Echoing the theme of abandonment, they condemn the international community's inaction.
Sudan is a neglected issue by the international community, completely neglected issue. And I want to address that it's not a civil war. It's two full men are fighting on power, and we are trying to solve it. But unfortunately, Unfortunately, it was international support. So we need the international community to stop the bad influence on this war.
The conflict ignited in April 2023 between the Sudanese armed forces and the RSF has created a catastrophic humanitarian landscape.
I think that we have to understand that the Sudan crisis is an avatar for what I would call the New World Disorder. President Macron yesterday said that there are 60 conflicts going on in the world, and he's right about that. Sudan is remarkable, above all, for its size, 33.
Ade fango ho akwatwe pa ye ewo Palestine na de shebe ho akasa se wo susu se ye mentime ho ase ekoso ewo Ukraine ene Russia entemne na ama fango ho akwa atwe pa ewo Palestine.
Today, firewood costs around $2 or $3 and we have no income, no employees in the authority or the government. My house is gone, my children were wounded, my situation is miserable. I come to collect some plastic to save us some money. The United Nations says at least 9 children have died from hypothermia this winter and is calling for urgent assistance. Humanitarian groups say more crossing points should be open to let in aid, including cooking gas and shelters. Aziz's family is well aware of the dangers of using plastics and paper to start a fire, but has no other choice. He goes out every morning to collect some plastic and paper. Of course that's not healthy, but we're forced to do it. My father's not employed, there are no jobs. Every day he goes out to get some paper for us to use for the day, to prepare breakfast, lunch and bread. The basics of life. With many families left with nothing, the International Committee of the Red Cross says the recent biting cold and rainfall in Gaza are a threat to survival. It's all smoke and diseases, but we are forced to use it because we have no income at all. We do it to live and to eat and to live. This is our life. No income, no money, no blankets, no winter clothes. I swear all night we're sick from the cold. There are no clothes to keep us warm. We do not sleep at night because of the cold. 3 months into the fragile season because of the cold. 3 months into the fragile ceasefire in the
Yanto obi man so nsam ne so ewo Delta State ewo Nigeria ma mne ne okopie mu ewo kwa posifo ewo honom e de won san so eye mrantewa edubi mu osusu se eye kidnapping and afenso am robbery ama ne hum ne su bebrebe ewo Delta State no won san e hyaase.
In connection with reported cases of kidnapping and armed robbery across several communities, the intelligence-led operation, which was executed along the Jedo-Ogoto-Wari axis, led to the arrest of the principal suspects, Oke Jerry, Ekodoji, and Ebori. The arrested suspects are currently in police custody undergoing further investigation, while sustained efforts are ongoing to track down and apprehend the fleeing members of the criminal syndicate. The Delta State Commissioner of Police, Aino Adeshola, commended the operatives for the professionalism and effective use of actionable intelligence. He affirmed the command's unwavering resolve to rid Delta State of criminal elements through sustained proactive and intelligence-led policing. Of criminal elements through sustained proactive and intelligence-led policing.
Kaseɛbɔ ye chego ewo Facebook Live, Ashanti Prime TV, YouTube, Ashanti Prime TV, and TikTok, and say Ashanti Prime TV, shall no comment. While I can watch share Eddie Amame. And some of the best sumo, it was media Santa Maria, Ned Dawson, ye near Dimakutini B. In Ghana man penny, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Edin Sembi Etabon, Sanson, a former president, Nanado Danko Kufuado, Kaseɛbɔ, when Munyam for a year framer or say opera, and so in a futusem equadima, MPP Amanukuno, Adishi Binum, and some way in some Audu Piacani at the Bessomo, Seprai, Maria Premotobre Kaseɛbɔ, Miam dear Riakasi be Bessom Mediam Majeswo, and a mess nafsat Macra will be.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I'm not carrying the wall.
It didn't come out over your fear film and conquering me as yet them any empo yesukum. San commodio when your deba TV so. Na yababe din komo. to show away any direction be a young common na yedi a sem and a yeka ye echo our brabum a become politics kakra a become religion kakra a become entertainment kakra any day I can you was here so you to me so what talent to be a yebe from now yet to me any wedding come near so any account Jumadi ya mi bohu de ruachrewe the pot show. The pot show a social discussion. Ya babehwe near ya tackle societal problems, challenges, nipa ewo masitinem. Pot show is a public discussion space for social challenges. A platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right. Na yendi any din komo na sa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no. Eho bebusa won sama wani na so say bebusa eho ana there is eho ana betre say wachigo enti kame ho na hwe me solo base ndi jumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. our Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na nakware no wo. The show me no mi no nkomodi. That's
Ashanti Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magimedwa yeduru ha se to dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kore atie ana wo pasem papa a wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe Ashanti Prime TV ho ne no kore no ewo me see Ashanti Prime TV so pe to tie news pa ana wo pe be bia asem a ye ka no unkobusu obi na pe no kore wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kura no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for Medine the Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV there aha and anokre and all.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem enkwankwan ni ase ye dem ene empo yesukum san komodie we ni yede ba TV so na ya ba bedi nkomo twhwe we any direction bia nkomo na yedi asem ana ye ka ye ekoso ewo abrabom ebeka politics kakra ebeka religion kakra ebeka entertainment kakra any day akanyina was ye so ya nyumtuni so what talent bia ye be from na yet to me any wedding komo near so any account jumadi ya mi bohu de ruachrewe the pot show. The pot show a social discussion ya babehwe near ya tackle societal problems, challenges nipa ewo masitinem. Pot show is a public discussion space for social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right. Na yendi any din komo na sa session bi a Martin din wachiku ho no eho bebusa won sama wani na so say bebusa eho ana there is eho ana betre say wachiku ho enti kame ho na hwe me solo base ndi jumadi we efia da bia 5 p.m. our Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha na nakware no wo. The show me no mi no nkomodi. That's
Ashanti Prime TV enam tie ni mu no boy magimedwa yeduru ha se to dia na ye nsem akese nko a se wo pe nsem no kore atie ana wo pasem papa a wo Ashanti mem Ghana mem be bia wiase be bia atie dia hwe Ashanti Prime TV ho ne no kore no ewo me see Ashanti Prime TV so pe to tie news pa ana wo pe be bia asem a ye ka no unkobusu obi na pe no kore wo mu a hwe Ashanti Prime TV no kure no ahanko ana wo
Ebusian for Medine the Queen Amadi Miss Culture Global 2025. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV there aha and anokre and all.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha and anokre and all.
Yedi nkomo ewo ya fiefiem nkwankwan ni ase yɛdɛm ɛne empo yesukum saa nkɔmmɔdie wei ne yɛde ba TV so na yɛba bɛdi nkɔmmɔ twehwɛ wei ɛni direction biara ɛyɛ nkɔmmɔ na yɛdi ɛyɛ asɛm ana yɛka yɛkɔ so ɛwɔ abrabom yɛbɛka politics kakra yɛbɛka religion kakra yɛbɛka entertainment kakra ɛne deɛ aka nyinaa ɛwɔ so yɛyɛ sɛ woyɛ nnwomtoni sɛ wowɔ talent bi a yɛbɛfrɛ wo na yɛtumi ɛne wadi nkɔmmɔ ne yɛba nso yɛde aka ho dwumadie yi a mebɔ ho dawuro akyerɛ wei ɛyɛ the pot show. The pot show is a social discussion. Yɛba bɛhwɛ ne yɛtackle societal problems, challenges nipa ɛwɔ wɔn asetenam. Pot show is a public discussion space of social challenges, a platform that gives voices to everyone. I mean everyone. Right? Na yɛngye yɛni di nkɔmmɔ na saa session bi a mate no din wɔ Chiku hɔ no ɛhɔ mebusa wɔn nsɛm a wɔnim na so sɛ mebusa ɛhɔ ana bɛyɛ suppose ɛhɔ ana bɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔkyi gu hɔ nti ka me ho na hwɛ me solo base na yɛndi dwumadie wei ɛfia da biaa 5 p.m. ɛwɔ Ashanti Prime TV. Ashanti Prime TV, aha na nokware no wɔ Depo Show me ne omienu nkɔmmɔdi bidase
Ashanti Prime TV ɛnam tie ne mu no wɔbɔy magye medwa yɛduru ha sɛ so dia na yɛ nsɛm akɛseɛ